we need to look and be responsible citizens while we abide in this planet, or on this planet, but we have to keep our minds always pointed to the truth. What can we do? It's my holy instant of release. I am free today because I need to know whose will I join my mind with. That should get you empowered. Are you empowered right now? It should be. You should be feeling strong and strengthened. I don't care what the world shows you. I don't care if you're making enough money. I don't care any of that. I don't care about anything the world shows you. I am empowered because that makes me feel that I have the answer within me now. And the power is, you know, it's there. Now, whether or not you call on it, that's totally up to you. But the answer is there. I remember when talking about clouds again, when we took off and went off to Washington, D.C., and you know, you're always taking off in those airplanes, those strong airplanes, and I never understood why airplanes take off. You know, I don't understand all the principles behind it. My son now, he took an aviation class. Now he knows, and he's telling me, Mom, it's the Berlini effect, and it's the air, and it's the this, and it's... So he knows why it works. I just know it's working. And he's, you know, and it's amazing to me, we go through those clouds and you don't see anything. You know, when you go through clouds, it's amazing, isn't it? No pilot says, ooh, we can't make it, there's clouds up ahead. They just go through the clouds, right? And when they get up there above the clouds, it's beautiful. You see all these clouds, they seem like they've got so much substance. But what we know is when it's time to land, they go back down through those clouds. There's no substance, nothing stops them. It's amazing to me. And I think to myself, that's how we need to be. We need to soar above the illusions of the world. We have to get above this battleground to where we see clearly the light that's always been there, has never been blotted out. That's where we gain our strength. I think it was, I was watching some movie. I think it was I Am Number 4. You know, occasionally I switch on, did you need something? Oh, Karen will know about the movie. I Am Number 4, Karen? No. No. It does sound familiar. It was a while back, maybe a few years ago, but it was about these kids who really were superhumans, but they didn't know their power. Sound familiar? Okay, now she knows it. And there were like a bunch of them all across the planet, and they were kind of waking up right now, and they had these guardians. You know, it's the typical, you're greater than yourself. And a lot of times when they needed to regenerate their power, they had to have light. You know, light was how they regenerated their power. I just always think, to me, what's interesting about this is it's always about light. I mean, since time began, man has been fascinated by fire. Our greatest power came in our fire. Now when we think about where our real power comes from, it's always in our light. Not in the darkness, not in the clouds, but in our light. Our strength is in our light, and our light is synonymous with truth, and truth is the will of God. And that's what we need to know. We need to know that we have the power within us now, because the will of God has always been yours. And that is why right now, whatever seems to possess you has no power over you. This is your holy instant of release, because your will is one with His. Your will, as it says, is one with yours, Father. I thought to make another will. Those are the clouds. I thought to make another will, yet nothing that I thought apart from you can ever exist. Now, I can give it a lot of power, but it does not exist. I can give the past a lot of power, but it does not exist right now. It's in the past. Isn't that true? Think about the stuff that still bugs you from the past, but it's in the past. Why are you dragging it into this moment right now? It's done. It's over. Just like high school. How many of you still think about things that happened to you in high school? Come on, Elizabeth, you're laughing. See, Karen's laughing. You still do. There are certain things that happened in high school that we can so easily feel the emotion of right now, can't we? Is it done? Is it over? Is it over like by a long shot? Like mine is, like, I sound like I'm in high school. It is so over. It is so over. But I can still sometimes experience those twangs, and I think to myself, why? That's silly. This is my holy instant of release. The past is over. Why do I keep reliving it? I bring it into this moment, and then it becomes my reality now, and it is not. It's done. It is over. I am free because I was mistaken. I was mistaken. That's all. I thought that fear, that something could be more powerful than God's will for me. My guilt, my judgment, the past. And this thing that I was mistaken in, it says, it did not affect my own reality at all by all these illusions that I've made up. Doesn't make a difference. The fact that you are fearful of, or the past is still bothering you, does not affect the reality of you at all. But your ability to know your reality is affected by that because you're kind of lost in clouds. You're lost in something that really has no power over you, but you've given it a lot of power. So what's the next line after that? What's that fifth line in that first paragraph? It says what? Now I give them up. Now I give them up. And what do I do, Mark? What do? I give them up and do what? I lay them down before the feet of truth to be removed forever from my mind.